So, hello everyone, it's Lily here, and today I'm here with the fabulous Maisie Jackson, who is an amazing nail artist. Event organizer, the list just goes on, to be honest. And she is here to share some of her sort of insight into her career journey so far, her highlights, everything she's learnt, some tips. So, thank you so much for joining us, Maisie. How are you?
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm very well, thank you. It's a gorgeous day. The sun is shining.
Gorgeous day, gorgeous lighting. The golden hour is
Thank you.
fantastic. I'm quite jealous, actually.
I've got this new body glow on. Look at that.
Oh, lovely. Wow. God, I should have dressed up more for the occasion. So, we'll just get straight into it. So, I'd love to start sort of by asking you about your career journey so far in the nail industry. Why did you first sort of start getting into it? When did you qualify? All things like that.
Yes, so I finished sixth form 5 years ago, which is actually sickening. I can't believe that's 5 years. And it was the COVID time. So all of my friends were thinking of going to university and stuff, and it all kind of went a bit wrong for everyone, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do anyway. So my mum was actually the one to say, why don't you just have a look at a college course or something after sixth form? Because I wasn't ready to go to university and I didn't really have any idea what I wanted to do. And I was actually initially going to go and do makeup because my mum's a makeup artist. And I did love that. I went through a proper phase of makeup.
I'm
But
gonna say your
then
makeup looks amazing today, so that doesn't
oh,
surprise
oh, thank you.
me.
But then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do something different because, it's not nice to just follow in the footsteps of your mum. I mean, she's amazing, and I do a bit of makeup here and there. But I thought, let's have a look at nails, and yeah, I decided to join a 1 year level 3 nail technology course, and here I am today. Really, it was
Oh,
actually bizarre because I just fell into it, but it clearly was. It just shows everything happens for a reason because I just it was just I went to college, had a look through the courses and thought, yeah, let's do a bit of nails.
wow. Meant to be. And
100%.
here we are.
Here we
Yeah,
are.
since then you've obviously added quite a lot of notches to your belt. So could you sort of
Yeah.
what are you doing now? Because it's everything.
So I am a fully booked nail technician. I work full time as a nail tech. But pretty much I don't know, I do loads of different things. I've always been like that. I like different focuses and things. So I did a bit of lashes, did a bit of brows, and then I wanted to do a bit more with social media because I have always loved that side. So I created a TikTok, posted my first TikTok, very, very scary.
Yeah.
And obviously I have my Instagram, but TikTok's very different to Instagram. It's much more personal.
Yeah.
Obviously video speaking and all of that. Let me just turn my phone on silent. Things pinging off, usually it is. So yeah, I started my TikTok and then realized that there's just so many lovely nail techs out there. And even though I've experienced firsthand people in your area can sometimes be a little competitive. There can be bad energy. And initially going into being a nail technician, I did actually feel quite isolated and lonely. And when I started TikTok, I realized, oh my gosh, we all support each other. And also, when you get to the point where you're fully booked, there is no competition. I've
Yeah.
got my clients, hopefully, they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Um, and it kind of changes. Everything changes when you have that, but it shouldn't change. I think there's enough clients for everyone. Even though I do live in quite a small area, there's literally thousands of women in the area who want their nails doing, and there
Yeah.
aren't enough nail techs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there shouldn't be competition. But yeah, when I joined TikTok, I thought, this is so nice. We need to do more in the nail space to create a supportive community. And that's kind of led me on to everything today. It's just been such everything's just happened. I haven't really had a moment where I've thought, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But probably the start of it all was going to Hona's nail event
Yeah.
in November 2023, and that was just after I rebranded. So that was when I found loads of people. I met my two nail besties, Eloise and Abby,
Oh,
and I'm literally seeing them this weekend, and we just see each other and speak all day. And it's so lovely to have that relationship with other nail techs
yeah.
because, like I say, it can be so isolating. And we always have questions, and to like ask those questions to other nail techs. Some people are quite, oh no, I'm not going to give you my advice, learn it the hard way.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. I think it's so nice. Obviously, we all have to experience our own experiences,
Yeah.
but I think it's so nice to share your, you know, experiences, and hopefully people can learn from that too.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so that's why I like started my TikTok. That's why I thought let's have a little event for people to get together. And I also started a one-to-one Zoom call thing. I'm not an educator, I'm not a therapist, but just for any nail techs to like come and just answer some questions and it be more chilled and laid back. You know, you're not coming to the salon to for me to talk through how to do nail prep. It's just like speaking to me, and just kind of being able to have someone to speak to is what the idea was behind it
Yeah,
all.
definitely. I think it just really proves sort of the importance of community and having support from everyone online. I think that is one of the massive perks of being online. You can reach out to
100%.
thing. So yeah, I'd love to sort of speak more in detail about each of those. So obviously
Yes,
last year you hosted your first Maisie's Nail Tech Soirée.
I
Now,
did.
would love to hear more about this. Obviously, where the idea came from. When did you first think, actually, I'd like to sort of put on some sort of event? The feedback you got. Talk me through the
Yeah. So honestly, when people ask that, I think, what actually happened? I am so impulsive because I remember my parents were on holiday and I think I was going a bit crazy. I had no one to speak to in the house. And I remember just thinking, oh my gosh, because basically on TikTok, there's so many different nail techs who I would class as friends. I've never met in person,
Yeah.
but you know, they're always commenting. I've done lives, I've spoken to them on lives. And I just thought it would be so nice to meet them, but I'm not going to meet them at a branded event because we don't use the same products.
Yep.
So that was kind of, I remember thinking, oh, I'd love to just message them and meet them, but that's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I thought there's so many different people. It would be so nice to just do an event. And then literally overnight, I remember calling my mum when she was on holiday and said, I've had this idea, listen up. Overnight, I just made a post, I put it out there, got the tickets on Eventbrite, literally. I just don't
Really?
know. I'm just so impulsive.
I mean, it worked out.
It worked out. But I remember thinking, let's go for like 30, 45 people tops. And then I was looking at venues and I genuinely didn't know how many people would come. I thought, I've got a general idea with people who I've met at events before, but I honestly thought it would be about 30.
Yeah.
And to actually, because I obviously ticketed it because I needed to pay for the venue and stuff,
Yeah.
to actually pay for an event to come to me. And then I remember a girl who wasn't even following me had booked a ticket, and she messaged and said, oh, I'm coming to your event from London. And I
Oh.
thought, oh my gosh, like I'm in Leeds. That's the other side of the blooming country. This
People are
is this is
traveling.
big. Yeah. And then I messaged a few companies, messaged you, and honestly just thought, let's give it a go. I think at the end of the email, I put, I know this sounds cheeky. I just said, do you want to donate anything to a raffle or do you want to put anything in a goodie bag? And yeah, I put, I know this sounds cheeky, but if you don't ask, you don't get.
Absolutely.
And then everyone came back, and obviously, like, it's a big thing for brands to know that there's things going on as well with other nail techs. So I just had so much people just reposting, the brands reposting, and then obviously it just kind of blew up from there. And then I had 120 attendees, which was
That's
just
amazing.
mad.
For an overnight thought, and then you
I
create
know.
that.
And it was in a month as well. Honestly, I just did it so quick because I
Oh,
wanted to do it as a pre-Christmas event. That was also a
yeah.
massive thing. Because why don't we have a Christmas party?
There's always a good excuse for a Christmas party.
I've never had a Christmas party before. I'm
Oh, well, now you
self-employed.
have.
I needed a Christmas party.
And I mean, clearly the feedback must have been great because I've seen there's a part two going on this summer.
There is a part
Tell
two.
me a
It
bit more about
was,
that.
yeah, it was just like amazing. Everyone, like I say, people traveled far. Everyone kind of stayed overnight. I wanted to do it on a Sunday so it was cheaper for people to stay over as well. But yeah, just it was crazy. And also what was nice as well was to see everyone just a complete different range of people.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to just be, I'm 22, I just didn't want it to just be 22-year-olds. You know, at the other events, I've met 30, 40, 50-year-olds. And I know with my clients, I've got such a wide range of clients, and I'd like to think that I get on with a lot of different ages.
Yeah.
And, you know, the main link is that we're all nail techs
Yeah.
and we've all got something to talk about.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. I mean, following that, sort of what benefits you think sort of going to an event like this would sort of give a nail tech, would you say?
well, just someone to talk to. I mean, I created a WhatsApp group before the event so people could either find someone to travel with or at least know people before they came. Um, and just so many people have found friends for life, which was the aim because I found my friend, and I'm still obviously going to find friends, but my two girls, I don't know what I'd do without them now. And it's
Oh,
so nice that other people have had that as well. So, yeah, the benefits are obviously finding your friends
yeah, finding your people in the industry.
within the community,
Yeah,
yeah. And
definitely.
not even like, I'm not saying you're going to find best friends, that's not guaranteed, but just having a night where, you know, you can't speak to your partner about nails all day, every day. Friends don't get it. You know, I don't expect my friends to listen to me talk about nails, but my nail friends, completely different story. Obviously, we'll talk about boys and all sorts, but it's still so nice to just say, you know, let's just talk about nails.
Yeah,
And at the event, I think it wasn't just all about nails, but I didn't want it to be too nail focused. The main thing was just it's for nail techs.
yeah, but everyone understands. They know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Amazing.
like I say, there was like 45-year-olds, 50-year-olds. And I know when they were walking, they were very apprehensive and nervous, as was everyone.
Yeah,
But it was just so nice to see them. And, you know, like I say, it can be so isolating. And I know a lot of people work from home, not in
yeah,
salons.
definitely.
So that was the main kind of benefit for me. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. That's great. I mean, and then another thing that you've gone on to, your nail tech Natter. So, yeah,
Yes.
so if you could talk a bit more about this, why you decided to set that up. Obviously, it's sort of like a one-to-one conversation with you.
Yeah. So pretty much my TikTok is just about keeping it real.
Yeah.
And I like to show, I try and keep it positive, but also, you know, if I'm having a bad day, don't get me wrong, I don't have a bad day every other day, but I like to show that things do happen, which it are normal for all nail techs, but we don't actually speak about it.
Yeah.
So for my nail tech natters, it was just about opening up and, you know, I've done about 15 now in the first like I think maybe month or so.
Oh, wow.
Um, and it's just been a whole different range of people who've been in nail tech for 5 years, some people who've just started, some people who haven't even started yet, some people who are rebranding. And it's not that they're going through a bad time, but I think just having someone to speak to. I mean, one of them, bless her, she just had a very traumatic story about a client and she
Mhm.
just wanted to vent it out.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to listen to her. And to be honest, I wasn't really providing much advice. I was just a listening ear.
Yeah.
Um, but I just think that's so nice. And I didn't have that when I started. I remember messaging my college tutor a few times and thinking, oh God, I really hope she doesn't think that I'm just, you know, just there all the time asking questions. And she's thinking, oh God, Maisie's messaged me again.
No.
And well, who knows? She might
Well,
think that. But I think it's nice to have someone who you can speak to and share your advice. And, you know, I ask people to send me what they want to speak about before, and I'll write a few notes. I mean, it's different things like what products to use, you know, it can be things just quite minuscule, but a big thing for them, and just to actually speak it through. I
yeah.
do get, obviously, with my TikTok, quite a few people messaging asking for just advice here and there. And I feel like you can't get it through with just a message back.
Definitely. Yeah.
So that's why I thought, because a few people had asked me, could we have a Zoom call? And obviously, that's time out. I would love to do that, but that is time out of my day.
Yeah.
And I think it's just nice to actually schedule it in properly. It be a proper thing, you know. I've
Yeah.
managed to make it a bit more. regimented and stuff. So yeah, it's just going really well. I've absolutely loved it. I did
Oh.
my first one, and I actually said to mum, I actually could get a bit emotional about it because I feel like it's my calling.
Oh, it's a great idea. And I think people are going to love it. I mean, you said already it's been so successful and you've only been going a couple of months. So,
I know
yeah.
it's really lovely, but it's just something which will hopefully be there for a while, and hopefully, if people feel like they want to have a vent or
Yeah,
ask a few questions, they can.
definitely. I mean, all the details will be on your Instagram, of course, if you have
Yes,
your Instagram. So if
yes,
anyone wants to have a look at that, just go over there.
pop on
Um,
over.
so, I mean, obviously, you've done so many things. Would you be able to sort of put a highlight on it? Like, what's your career highlight, or is that just an impossible question?
Oh, I mean, the list goes on. I could literally say so much. I think probably the turning point for me was Hona asked me, so was it the second event? Yeah. It was the third event I've been to, but the second Hona event. They asked me to do a workshop on stage in front of, I think it was like 150, 200 nail techs.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that was so out of my comfort zone.
Oh, bless.
But they asked me, and I thought, oh my gosh, because I was still, well, I'm small now. I think I had about 2,000 followers on Instagram. I'm not a mega influencer or anything like that. So the fact that they asked me to do it was a full chrome and isolated chrome workshop. And Morgan, the social media girl, had seen me do a video on TikTok showing my isolated chrome. And obviously, she'd recognized that and thought, let's get her in for a workshop. So it's kind of a full circle moment where everything I felt had led to that. And then that's kind of been the catalyst for everything else.
Yeah.
So I sat on this stage, I don't know how I did it. It was, oh God, so traumatic because my wisdom tooth was coming through that weekend.
Oh, tooth pain is the worst
It
kind of
was,
pain.
my jaw was literally out here. It was pretty
Wow.
tragic,
You
but
powered through.
I powered through. It was all about powering through. And the buzz which I got afterwards, and everyone said, oh my gosh, that was so helpful. And I think I didn't realize that I could do something like that, obviously, until I did it. And if there was an option to put yourself forward, I wouldn't have put myself forward.
Yeah,
But obviously, if an opportunity is presented to you, you've got to say yes.
absolutely.
And yeah, like loads of the girls said, oh my gosh, that was so helpful. And I just think that was kind of the start for the whole community and support. And obviously sharing your tips and not getting anything back like financially, but mentally it was just so lovely to share. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, hopefully, because everyone struggles with chrome, I've struggled with chrome and I've found a way which works. So that was so nice to share and get a lot back from it. So yeah, that was kind of the start to my event, and just creating more of a community for nail techs and just
The turning
empowering
point.
it. That was the turning point for me for sure.
Oh, amazing. And I mean, is there anything else you want to do? What are your sort of future goals?
Well, I'd love to do more events,
Yes,
and
of course.
I don't know whether like on a larger scale. I think probably 150. That's how much I'm expecting for the next one in June. I'd like 150 attendees. We've got a really gorgeous venue for that. Um, but yeah, so what was the question again?
Career goals going forward?
Yes, career goals event, more nail tech natters. I would love to. I love my job so much, but I would love to just take a step back from doing nails full time
Right.
every single day, day in, day out. And I do feel like that shift's coming
Yeah.
because, there's other avenues with income and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok's been amazing. I've never, ever in a million years thought that I'd make money from TikTok. And now the money which I get from TikTok is like taking up a day of work.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's like through TikTok shop and everything. And I've wanted to share that with nail techs as well, because it is just such a side hustle where, you're making the content, just link the product and people buy it. Like I'm not a big seller. I'm not like, you need to get this for your kit. But I did a set of nails the other day and I used a chrome detail paint and I linked it. And I've sold like 15. And it's just a
Wow.
video which I mean, it's not much, but when you actually work it out, it's
Yeah,
crazy how
100%.
much you could actually make. So that's kind of a big thing as well. I really want to push forward with that. Hopefully, work closely with different brands and things. And yeah, just keep empowering the nail community and hopefully creating a really lovely space for nail techs on social media and in real life as well. Because I think that's the thing when it's so separate. You've got social media, and I felt like I had my friends, but I'd never met them.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
So strange. So it's just so nice to have that meeting in person. And yeah, like I say, hopefully attend more events, not even mine, but just with different brands. And yeah, just
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know.
Just keep it going.
Keep it going. Yeah. Like, it's crazy because, like I say, I think things just come, I just have these ideas and I just do it. So who knows? 2026 might just be a whole new different career. Might be a scaffolder.
Well, everyone go and follow her to sort of see what's next because we never know.
Who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows? Oh, well, it was so lovely speaking to you.
It
Thank
was
you,
lovely to chat
Maisie.
to you.
So I mean, if anyone has any questions, just leave them down below, and I'm sure Maisie will be happy to sort of answer anything. And of course, go over to her socials if anything we've spoken about
Yeah.
interests
Come
you.
to my event.
Yes, come to the event.
Anyone in the UK.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to meet people on the way on before, and don't worry about going on your own and anything like that.
No. Yeah. And there's goodie bags literally worth like £50. There's so much going in them. We've got a raffle which is crazy, honestly, because I've given myself more time now to actually do it.
Yeah.
Last time was a 3 weeker. This has been like a solid 2 months. So
Wow.
I really wanted to reach out to lots of different brands and have a wide variety. So yeah,
Oh, so
hopefully
exciting.
see you there.
Hopefully. Well, thanks again, Maisie. And
Oh,
hope
lovely to
everyone
chat to you.
has a lovely day.
Absolutely. Enjoy the sun.
Enjoy the sun. The spring is here, thankfully.
It sure is. Gosh,
I
look at that. It's blinding.
know. Mine's not the same. It's very dull here.
I know. Gosh.
Oh, well. Okay, bye everyone.